Everyone needs more and more compute. If you look at a large deal that SpaceX X.AI did with Anthropic, that's basically Elon, who's doing his own compute, providing compute for someone doing frontier models like Anthropic. I view the Meta deal as similar. There's a lot of demand for compute, and not everything can be served by these smaller players.
ARM CEO Rene Haas exclusively telling the Claman Countdown last Thursday why neoclouds, those are data centers purpose-built to rent out compute to companies that are building deep learning platforms like Anthropic and ChatGPT, why they are the ones sitting in the catbird seat right now. ARM's biggest shareholder, SoftBank, announced last week the creation of SB Neo, a new division that will sell compute in the U.S. SoftBank joins SpaceX's xAI in the neocloud race, and Meta, which reportedly will start its own neocloud business as well. TeraWulf, one much smaller neocloud, just made a huge splash in the cloud compute rental world. This is a company that shifted its strategy from Bitcoin mining in 2025 to providing AI infrastructure. TeraWulf has inked a 20-year lease agreement to help power Anthropic in a deal that's expected to generate $19 billion for the company. TeraWulf shares are king of the neocloud pack at this hour. Look at this gain of 10.5%, and that's not even the high of the session. How did a company with just $10 billion market cap land such a big, important deal? And are there more renters lining up for TeraWulf? Joining me now is the man who secured the transaction, TeraWulf CEO Paul Prager. Well, that is the question, Paul. How'd you do it? I mean, Anthropic is the biggest gorilla in this race here, and you got the deal.
Well, we're actually an energy infrastructure company as opposed to the neoclouds that sell the compute. And so we have sites that are powered. And we've been building power plants for 25, 30 years. Now we've been building data centers. Our largest site up at Lake Mariner in upstate New York, Google is our customer there with FluidStack, Broadcom's there. Anthropic is a beneficial user of that site. So we had a long-standing relationship with them. It's been very successful. We built that site in record time. It's one of the largest data centers in North America. And they really like the Kentucky site. It's exciting. It's scalable. 500 megawatts, scalable up to a gig. Great location, great PUE, meaning it's a very efficient facility. And it was a very competitive process, but having worked with Anthropic before, it just seemed like, why not extend the partnership? We're very excited they chose us, and we're very excited they went for 20 years with us.
Oh, that's a long time. Somebody's got a very, very, very precise crystal ball if they're ready to take that kind of chance. Are there other companies that are lining up for your services that you provide?
Yes. I mean, finding powered sites where the regulatory framework is good, the environmental framework is good, the source of generation is good, and with a team that has the ability to execute and build these things to spec, to budget, on time, that's rare. So we have sites. We have a site in Eastern Kentucky called Muskie. We have a gig site in Maryland that we're very excited about. We have additional 500 megawatts available in upstate New York. We have more sites that we're working on here, both in the United States and abroad in Europe, Northern Europe. So we have customers. All the hyperscalers are keen. Demand is exceedingly robust and competitive, particularly for near-term power. Anything that you could give these guys, 27, 28, 29, they really want very badly. And they're top-shelf credits, so they enable you to sort of build these sites and have predictable cash flows over the course of the next 15, 20 years.
So in a way, you're a neo-cloud, but a neo-power cloud. You're providing that power, and it has become so important because the demand to run these data centers and to run this compute is really, really intense. And, people are starting to push back. I'd really love to know your thoughts on what you're seeing and how you mitigate what has become sort of a pushback on that. In fact, Interconnection, which is the largest U.S. grid operator, had done a study, and they cover states in the Mid-Atlantic and the Midwest, and they looked at the pricing, and the pricing on this has jumped pretty exponentially. We do have a board we can put up here, and the company reported that its capacity prices back in 2024 cost $28.92 per megawatt day. Today, that price has surged to $329.17 per megawatt day. It's about a 1,038% increase in just 2 years. So my question is, how do you avoid or at least absorb any kind of backlash that we're starting to see more of?
Sure. Well, first of all, I would tell you there's a lot of things about demand that go into the number that people sort of see. But we're taking electricity off the grid, and so in a lot of our sites, what we're looking to do is be a surplus generator. In Maryland, we're going to be a surplus generator, meaning we'll have our own power, we'll sell it to the grid. In Kentucky, we're going to do the same thing, so that we're actually bringing power generation with us to these sites to enable the grid operator flexibility in their operations and their ability to manage the cost. The second thing, and I think it's unique about TeraWulf, is, we're looking at a lot of former industrial sites. We like to call them brownfield sites. So for instance, this Kentucky site used to be an aluminum smelter. It was dirty. It wasn't particularly productive. So we were able to take what was captive electricity, use it, mitigate all the environmental and site concerns that you would have having run an aluminum smelter, and build a beautiful data center, bring a lot of jobs, clean up the site, and it helped the local utility manage their grid by taking electricity, but also becoming a surplus generator at sites. So that's how we manage it. That, and we work with the communities. We try and educate them about what we're doing. We try and contribute to the communities. We're bringing a lot of jobs to the communities as well.
A lot of people don't know sort of the history of your company. You were a Bitcoin miner as recently as 2025, but you had some real foresight to pivot to the AI gig and all that's been happening here. Tell me exactly what gave you the idea to do that. You're not the only one. I mean, CoreWeave did something similar, but tell me why you made that change, because it was a big one.
I'm sorry to say it, I'm a pretty old guy. I'm really an electricity infrastructure guy. I have built, owned, and operated power plants for the last 35 years. So for a very small period of my life, we mined Bitcoin because Bitcoin was a very flexible load. So instead of having a long-term offtake agreement, we were able to mine Bitcoin, which was a very flexible load, so that we could help the grid operator and still take advantage of, if you will, captive electricity that was otherwise, not worth a whole lot. I didn't like that business because I suffered volatility in the price of Bitcoin. I like long-term predictable revenue. If you take a look at what TeraWulf does, we have offtake agreements that go 15 to 20 years. Our off-takers are top quality credits. We have investment grade folks like Google and Anthropic that backstop our debt. So if you work here, you get to sleep at night so long as you do your job and execute. Because as long as we could deliver to the likes of Google and Anthropic on time, on schedule, on budget, and on specification, we could see out 20 years in terms of our cash flow.
Do you see any bubble at all? Because we start to see Allbirds, the wool shoe company, decided to change its DNA recently and became they slapped AI on the name, and I don't know what, they're doing some stuff, but the stock has really responded positively. But it gets a little bit reminiscent of the .com boom where everybody was slapping .com on their name. You guys are clearly in it to win it, and you have real strength behind you. But my question is, do you see anything and say to yourself, well, now it's getting a little weird?
No. Again, I was in the power business for 35 years. I mean, we would have long-term offtake agreements. We'd supply energy to utilities, municipalities, sovereigns. The spot market, meaning what happens day to day, that wasn't what we cared about, because we invested long-term in the infrastructure to provide services on a long-term basis to our customers. The same is true now in our data centers. We are building the infrastructure and the data center. We don't own the GPUs, we don't own the TPUs. We sell the energy, the site, the cooling, all the services, the operations. We sell that to our customer. And to be honest with you, demand is through the roof. For this site that we ended up contracted with Anthropic, we were talking to 4 of the Magnificent 7. I mean, I think that's great.
Yeah.
And they all are terrific companies. We ended up going with Anthropic here for I think some very good reasons. We had a reference design that we shared with them. But at the end of the day, demand is really, really very significant. And the terms that we were able to contract for were better than the terms we were able to contract for a year ago or 2 years ago.
Okay.
And this is a best-in-class lease. So again, I think we're talking about a lease with investment-grade backstop on terrific terms, and all we have to do is build a data center, honor our obligations, and we get to sleep at night, go out 20 years. Ultimately, it's a nice business.
It's a nice business when the customer actually pays on time, and that's what I'm hearing you say about these guys. Paul, good to have you.
Great customers. Please
come back. Next time you strike a new deal or earnings, we'd love to see what's going on. I know you're not profitable yet, but come back. We'd love to see it.
Very grateful for your time.
Anytime.